Buckle up, wrestling fans. The card is set. The stage is built, and 12 warriors are ready to rock out Liberty Arena in Williamsport, Pennsylvania for round 2 of the Championship Wrestling Association Folk Style Going Pro. And it is all presented by our friends at Barbarian Apparel. That's right, it is a wrestling night in Central Pennsylvania. Good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome into our studio for tonight's pre-match show brought to you by Wegmans. Joining me in our Defense Soap broadcast this evening booth is CWA Round 1 winner, Nahshon Garrett. Nahshon, Round 2 is here. How excited are you?
Man, I've been on one side before. Now I'm on the other side, and I'm excited to see these matchups. These matchups are powerful and explosive. I'm just excited to see it.
For sure, and we're definitely going to see some rematches from way back when. Let's take a peek at tonight's card. I'll tell you what, there are so many good matches. There's going to be 6 of them, each one of them 3 minutes, 3, I should say, 9-minute total match. But that Moisey, Klimara, I mean, they've wrestled a few times. There's going to be a score to settle there, but all of them are exciting.
Man, too exciting. In fact, I've actually wrestled a couple of these guys, and so I'm looking forward to watching, see how they do myself.
From this side, it'll be a little bit more comfortable, and I have a little bit more fun.
Comfort there.
Let's send it over to our man, Donnie Hall. They call him D-Hall. D, how excited are you?
Oh, my goodness gracious, Smitty, Nahshon. This is the night, man. We got 12 of the best wrestlers in the world about to show their stuff for all the fans. This is what we've been dreaming about. Tonight's the night. I'm so excited. Boys,
let's cue it up. It is time to get after it here at 140 pounds. This one's going to be a great one. Nahshon, I know you're familiar with this one. We're going to have Zeke Moisey taking on Eddie Klimara. A lot of excitement happening here tonight.
All right, CWA.
That's absolutely right. Yeah, and I've wrestled both of these guys in my career, and now I'm looking forward to seeing how they compete at this high level in CWA wrestling.
It is, but you know, it's about going out there and having fun. They don't have a school on their back. Just going to go out and let it fly. Expect a lot of high scoring, high flying, high affairs here tonight, live from the Liberty Arena. Got our man Eddie Klimara joining us first, representing the New Jersey Mob. Going to have Jimmy Gibson, call him Gibby, head coach at VMI. Eddie, the assistant coach at VMI.
And his opponent tonight, representing the Lehigh Valley Hellbenders from Northampton, Pennsylvania, let's hear it for Zeke Moisey.
Man, Zeke Moisey, that is a guy, man. He made it all the way to the national finals in 2015, and this guy is already back. He looks shredded. He looks ready to go.
It's going to be a great one. It's going to be very exciting. He's rocking the green. Love that Lehigh Valley green, those Hellbenders. Nahshon, I believe you are a Hellbender, and here we go. Nick Sipes, your 18-year-old wily vet official out of Kerwinsville. By day, he is a physician assistant, both wrestlers staying low. CWA Wrestling features a 9-minute match. That's right, 9 minutes each period. 3 minutes in late shot there by Moisey, blocked off by Klimara, under with an overhook. Circling back up to the left.
You have to remember, these guys are competitors, man. They're going to go out there and get after it, and that's the reality that we're experiencing right now. Two good guys wrestling, ready to get after it.
Guys with history.
A little history.
Moisey leading that left leg. Klimara on the right. To engage, heavy hands by both wrestlers using those fish hooks.
Fans,
thumb block, stutter step there. Trying to work that underhook on the right side is Klimara. Moisey doing a nice job blocking head position.
Doing an amazing job of head position, holding that grip on that elbow there. Amazing job.
Heavy snap down there by Moisey. Right side, 2 break free again.
Good fake.
Just about a minute 15 gone. Shot blocked off there by Klimara. Moisey clean, back up to his feet. Reshot in on a head outside single. Changes off to a double. Eddie Klimara goes up.
That was well executed.
0.
Well executed.
We rock a 2-point takedown here. Eddie Klimara jumps up first, 2-0. Minute 34 to go here in the first period. Great execution, got in, thinking finish early, right?
Absolutely. Finishing early, not leaving any room for any kind of scrambles or anything else. Just real quick, right to it.
Right side cover. Moisey explodes up to his feet. Lift mat return. Klimara gives him the cut. Cuts into that lead 2-1. Here at the CWA, you can attain 1 point of riding time each period. Just there, 15 seconds in favor of Klimara before he cut Moisey. Moisey was not going to go back down. Those lift mat return attempts just not successful, and he didn't want to get hit for stalling, so he gave him the cut.
That's very smart. That's very smart wrestling by both guys. Very smart wrestling by both guys. And again, we have a little head position for Moisey. He's staying really good, really tight in there. They're both still holding center extremely well, so this is what you want to do in wrestling. Oh, and another attack here from
Klimara. Yep, he's looking for that snap down into a kind of a pass, if you will. High leg attack on the opposite side, circling to the left was Moisey.
And both these guys were 125. And a next shot here. Nice shot to that right leg there.
Blocked off nice by Klimara. Comes right up into that underhook. But Moisey, you know, he sniffs out that underhook. He knows Eddie wants it, and he's going to block most of the offensive leg attack opportunity, except for that dip double to the other side.
Amazing.
Going to be some near fall counted off here for Klimara after that 2-point takedown here. Get a scramble. Maybe Moisey can cut free for a 1-point escape. Got to keep an eye on that knee. Oh, he's looking for a Peterson here at the edge of the mat. 5 seconds to go. Short time. 4-1 on the board right now. Sipes holding 2. Near fall for Eddie Klimara, who will take a 6-1 lead to period 2. We will have a 30-second break for wipe down, quick drink of water. I'll tell you what, great first period. Both wrestlers really trying to be artistic about what they're doing. They don't want to make mistakes against one another, but so far, Klimara 2 takedowns.
Klimara with 2 takedowns, man, and he knows exactly what he's doing. He was trained at the Okie State, John Smith, head coach, and what he did was impressive, to say the least. And that's what was drilled. It's what he knows. But again, Moisey coming back, and again, we can't let anything back. You know, he's still going to be staying in the middle there, holding position. He's gonna. We still got a lot of wrestling to do. Stick to the plan. Still got a lot of wrestling to do here.
Moisey's going to choose the down position to begin the second period here. They'll put up a fresh 3 minutes. Sipes gets them turned around. Wrestling is made up of 3 periods. This is extremely similar to high school and college. Slight tweak of the rules. First period starts from the neutral position, which we saw earlier. That's where they're both on their feet. Second period, you get choice.
Wow,
you get the 1-point escape right there is Moisey.
Here.
So that is a 1-point escape. That's where you go from the bottom or the defensive position and get to the neutral position. That is a 1-point escape. Hopefully we have some folks out there that maybe don't understand wrestling, and that's probably why they don't like it.
They're
so
getting
we're
a
here
little
to
more
teach
informed.
you. Yep, we're going to teach you. We'll walk you right through it.
All right.
If you take your opponent from feet and possess control, that is a 2-point takedown. And if you get exposure of the back that's inside of 45 degrees, a 5 count gets you a 5 count gets you 3 near fall, a 2, 3, or 4 count gets you 2. I know that can be a little confusing, but don't worry, we'll walk you through it. 50 seconds gone here in the second period. 6-2, Klimara.
Klimara doing a really good job staying defensively. And we got an underhook from Moisey here.
And he's got the head position with
shot.
it. Drops down on the other side, going to try to peek out the back door. There goes Moisey getting all funky with the funk. Klimara looking like he's going to try to refunk, but here comes Moisey, and it's a position of height right here. He's going to come up on top and gets the 2-point takedown, and just like that, 6-4, Moisey back in it.
Extremely well executed. Moisey on top right, and now he's riding a little bit. He's riding a little parallel here, but that's all right. He's doing a good job riding, and we're looking for Klimara. He's looking to get up,
build a base up right here,
and see if he can't score again.
$300.
Just about 10 seconds in riding time. Minute 27 remaining here in the first period of our first bout. 140 pounds live on Rockfin. I want to thank all of you out there for joining us for round 2 of the Championship Wrestling Association, again, at the Liberty Arena in beautiful Williamsport. It's an absolutely gorgeous Saturday. Excellent crowd here on hand. Got to give a shout-out to Liberty Arena. Scores next door taking care of all of us last evening, and here we are again tonight. And there is a stall call on Klimara on the bottom as we approach 40 seconds of riding time, just under a minute to go.
Doing an amazing job. We have Klimara and Moisey. Klimara at 6, Moisey at 4 points, and Klimara's on
He's
bottom.
got a reinforced bar build over here on the left side. He was trying to peel it back. Nice job by Klimara. Now looking for a crossface off the left side. Moisey just doing a great job.
Good. Zeke Moisey's doing a great job holding position, and he's driving him out. And he's holding that. We're going to reset here, guys.
Reset 31 seconds, and we do have riding time at this point, 1 minute and 7 seconds.
This is where that conditioning is going to start to come in. Both guys are feeling a little bit winded. Both guys are feeling a little bit of the wrestling.
Yeah. Getting back into it.
They're getting back into it. But
blowing
they're
the rust out of the lungs.
Yo,
right?
that's right. That's absolutely right.
Klimara set. Nice little chop roll, looking for a cheap tilt there. Comes in, high boot, left side. Doing a nice job keeping the knees up, the hip pressure down, chest high. There's so much downward pressure on Klimara underneath there, and he wants to secure this riding time point. It will be Klimara's choice in the third, but if he can hold on to this riding time, and it looks like he will, it's going to be 6'5". He's trying to turn that left hip. That's what he's doing. He's Supermaning across, trying to get that right shoulder of Klimara punched so he can get some back exposure. However, time will expire, and guess what? Like that, we have a 1-point match, 6-5 in favor of Eddie Klimara, who's going to head over to the far corner there. He's repping the New Jersey Mob in the red singlets, and then the green clad over here, those Lehigh Valley Hellbenders. And again, you know what a Hellbender is. We just talked about a big old salamander.
Big old salamander, on fire.
Yep.
And so we see, man, both guys are out there giving their best, truly giving their all. And both guys are seeing, again, Moisey being amazing on top. Klimara, we had a little bit of work on bottom, but we're going to see back on the third period what's really going to take place here.
These guys have been here before. They're no stranger to this kind of stage and certainly this kind of match situation. Klimara's going to choose the neutral position. Maybe after being ridden out there in the second period, figure let's go neutral. I've got 2 takedowns against you, Zeke. Let's start on our feet. So this is the neutral position. Moisey staying down low, goes to that right knee. Now he's going to come up, shot fake to the right side. And if I had to say, Moisey looks a little bit more fresh right now than Eddie.
He does. He was doing a little bit of Wim Hof method. Going
to get in on that head inside single, change off to the double, and just like that, he takes the lead. 7-6 right here in front of the broadcast booth. We get a Granby out of bounds, and they are front row for the TV or the scoreboard right out there in front. Just 23 seconds in. Moisey takes the lead, 7-6. Klimara shaking his head en route back to the center, and he knows right here, get to your feet. Don't let Moisey tie you up. He wants to bind you up down there.
Yes, he has to get up to his feet. And again, Moisey's doing an amazing job. He's got that left boot in, and he's doing an amazing job riding on top. But we got to get out. If Eddie wants any chance of this, he's got to make sure he gets out and gets himself some offense going.
For sure, he's doing a good job maintaining base, getting to level 2, trying to push back. Little wrestlers out there, you got to have back pressure to come to your feet.
It's a little effort down there.
Moisey's going to be pushing from the back. You've got to push back, and that's how mountains are made with plate tectonics. They push, and boom, they make a mountain. Nice job right now by Moisey, keeping that knee inside, almost like a high-leg Turk, if you will. Just about a minute gone here in the third, 7-6.
Moisey up by a point, 7-6. We got less than 2 minutes. We're under 2 minutes, sub 2 minutes here.
And you got to worry about the riding time because he's just about 50 seconds. There it is. So Moisey could secure another riding time point, and if he has to, gets in trouble, give Klimara the 1. He's still up by 1.
At least 1 point, and that's all you need to win in this game. Got a good ride here.
Moisey does such a good job. Look at his toes dug in. The pressure is forward. He's using his head in the back of Eddie's head because if your head's down, you're down. Got to have your head up to get up. Under 90 seconds to go right here. Going to the right side ankle is Moisey. Good forward pressure, keeping those toes dug in, covering the hips, staying behind in the saddle. Going to throw in that high leg on the left side. Nice job by Klimara to kick it out. Does a quick Granby out of bounds. Needs to realize where he is and take advantage of the real estate. We do operate under NCAA college out-of-bound rules. You have a pinky toe in, we continue wrestling.
And this is good wrestling that both guys are doing. Moisey doing an amazing job on top, holding that wrist.
Going to get hit. Moisey's going to get hit for a stall call, his first. He has secured a riding time. I shouldn't say that, excuse me, I should not say. There's 58 seconds remaining in the match, but 1:43 of riding time. But I think it was safe to say the way Zeke's riding right now, riding time is secured because Eddie just doesn't have an answer for it.
Man, there's no answer yet from Klimara, but again, that was a good little off the whistle start here.
Going to have a caution. It's okay, no harm, no foul. False start. You get 2 of those before the third one cost you. Instantly right to the thigh pride, trying to dig in that left boot as Moisey comes up to the claw from underneath the left side. Good forward pressure, looking for a knee slide as Klimara, 45 seconds, goes to a Granby. Trying to create a flurry right here on Moisey. Maybe looking for a defensive pin, but Moisey doing Moisey things. Doesn't panic, comes up on top, and look where he's at. High boot, left side, just grinding. Going to see him bring his knee up. He's going to continue to drive off of that right toe and Superman across to try to turn Klimara's hips. Half minute to go. Riding time is a lock.
This is a tough ride by Moisey.
Right here. See, he's trying to push that right shoulder under. If he can get it posted, looking for near fall points. And remember, Klimara got himself 2 near fall points earlier in the first period after that second takedown.
Got about 10 seconds left here. Looks like Moisey is going to be taking this one.
Number two round, and number 2 winner is
round 2.
Zeke Moisey. There he is. Crowd gets up, man. What a great match. Never panicked. Was down pretty much until the end of the second period, beginning of the third. And he comes back and he wins.
He does an amazing job on top. And that's
8-6.
That is.
Take another look at it back here. Some of the highlights from the first match here at All right, Klimara entering the mat. It's going to be that first takedown. Beautiful drop side double by Klimara. Goes up 2-0. Good forward pressure there. You'll see the second takedown followed by some near fall right here. Nice job, no pinning combination, just holding Moisey to his back, and then here's where the comeback started. Nice scramble position here. Klimara gets in on that shot. Funk roll there by Moisey, but height wins this battle 95% of the time. Comes out the back door, able to run right over that right knee. Now he's climbing back in, gets in on that head. Just a beautiful spear single, almost like a head in the chest, but it was a nice head in the chest single, and that's where he took the lead. All right, there's our man, and hey, how about we take it over to our man D Hall, who's got Zeke Moisey with him.
Zeke, what a great match, my friend. It seemed to be a turning point there. You hit the leg pass and got to your best position, which was obviously top. Talk about your performance.
Started a little bit slow. He got to my legs once or twice. Second one, debatable takedown. Gave it up, but after I got to my feet, I looked at him. I saw him gasping for air, and I believed in my conditioning. I did what I needed to do to last for 9 minutes, and I felt good at the end of that second period, and I just smelled some blood in the water, was ready to go take it to him.
Of course, that 9-minute match is something completely different. What did you do to prepare for that 9-minute match?
I went on a little bit of a college tour all over the place. Went to Oklahoma for a week, went to App State practice, went to West Virginia practices, then trained with Braden Palmer, 25-pounder from UTC last year. He just moved to the area that I'm in, so wrestled with him once a week. And then this guy over here in the corner, Mason Jacob, ranked 13 at 120. Train with him every day too right now. So just surrounding myself with people that'll push me and make me uncomfortable.
I love that. Zeke, and congratulations, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Tune in live next at 160 pounds. Sorry, brother, I missed you. 160 pounds next live CWA Showcase Round 2 live on Rockfin.
The sport of wrestling provides so many with a bigger purpose. Wrestling becomes a part of you. You're faced with so many challenges in the sport, but skin infections shouldn't have to be one of them. And that's our mission. Defense Soap was created out of the need to fight back, because we care about this sport, the families, the athletes, the coaches, and we want to continue to protect people from skin infections, to keep you on the mat. And that's our goal here at Defense Soap, to defend what you have built.
Alrighty, back here to Liberty Arena, getting ready for 160 pounds, which will feature Mitch Moore. He will take on Graham Rooks.
Now,
talk about it.
Man, both of these guys, great wrestlers, obviously college wrestlers, D1. We're going to be seeing some great fireworks here.
Representing the New Jersey Mob, Mitch Moore.
Pretty amazing stuff here. Got Mitch Moore coming out, red singlet.
Williamsport University assistant coach. Got to say hi, Coach Stutz in the house. Mitch rocking the New Jersey Mob. I love those singlets, man. Those things are so sick. That logo, the New Jersey Mob.
The Nike
Mitch
shoes.
Moore.
And his opponent at 160 pounds from Columbus, Indiana, representing the Pittsburgh Skywalkers. Let's welcome Graham Rooks.
Graham Rooks coming in, feeling good, representing the Skywalkers.
He is freshly graduate from Indiana. He was a Hoosier, just got married.
All right, congratulations,
Yeah,
Graham.
I'm not sure that his wife was able to make it out but we're going to say hi to Mrs. Rooks right here from our
Rooks.
broadcast
Hello,
booth at the
hello.
Liberty Arena.
Good to see you.
Quick snap down by Mitch. Looking for that cross knee pick on Graham. Looking for it again. He's got both elbows buried really deep. Good opportunity for Graham. Maybe looking for a sucker drag out that left side. Graham comes back up to his feet, trying to control those elbows.
Well trained in this position. This is a front headlock position. This is what you want. This is what the kind of control you're looking for.
And this is wearing on an opponent. Your positioning, if you are effective with where you're positioned on a front head, you can truly put the wear and tear on your opponent underneath.
Wear and tear is the name of the game. We got 3 3-minute periods here at CWA Wrestling. Did an amazing job in that front head.
3 periods, 9 minutes of wrestling. Now, college, probably good to let a lot of you folks out there know that it is made up of 3 periods, but they're 3-2-2 in length, and high school is 2-2-2. Looking to cut the corner there. Tell you what, he is a bear with this front head and arm. Starting to gain the corner right here. Trying to keep himself in balance. He's trying to go over and hook the leg. If he can get a lace around it, he's looking for a double trouble. Graham in a bunch of trouble right here. Mitch has this one tight.
He's in trouble.
Are we going to get it? He's counting. He's got 2 and more. Graham, and there it is. Mitch Evans with the mat slapper, the first ever in the Championship Wrestling Association. That is Mitch Moore. Holy heck.
Goodness gracious.
He was relentless with that front head and arm. He was not going to let Graham out of that position.
And he was ready, too. He knew what he was going to come out here to do. He came to get that front headlock position. And he punished him in that position.
For sure. He wore him out. Like we said, Mitch is going to head over and catch up with Donnie, but we're going to check out a highlight reel here in just a moment.
Checking out these replays.
Yeah, he was just a bear with it. Here he is coming out on the mat. You can tell he's focused. He's ready to go. Graham Rooks rocking that gold and black. And I tell you what, it was a snap down into a front head and arm for the entire duration of the match. You can tell he's just working the angles,
Now, I've been in this position. A Cuban got me in that position before. And
it's hard to breathe in there.
Oh, man, it is hard to get air. Oxygen, you need that to breathe, and that was hard to get there.
And right here, you can just see, I mean, at that point, Graham's face is purple. There's the 2, and there is some near fall. Nick Sipes, and there it is, the first ever mat slapper. Let's send it over to D. Hall.
Mitch, what a great performance, man. The first ever mat slapper here in the CWA. Your related addition to the card, talk about your performance.
Yeah, I mean, that's good. I wasn't going to make it 9 minutes, so.
I love that, my friend. Talk about the future, man. Can you suit up for the mob again?
You know, I always say that I'm retired, but, you know, if you guys are going to pay me to do that, then I'm going to keep coming back.
My man, Mitch Moore. Thank you, brother. Tune in next to 170 pounds right here on the CWA Showcase Round 2 live on Rockfin.
Welcome to the Liberty Arena, your ultimate sports and entertainment destination. The Liberty Arena offers top-tier turf fields for a variety of sports, including soccer, baseball, softball, and more. Remember to check out the indoor batting cages, too. And to top it all off, we even have an indoor golf simulator perfect for honing your game. Score big in the arcade packed with fun for everyone. Strike up excitement in the bowling alley. Bounce into action in our trampoline park and gear up for heart-pounding laser tag action. And don't forget to grab a bite to eat at Scores Bar and Grill. For more information and to book your next event, call 570-980-9963 or email info@thelibertyarena.com.
Round 2 continues with our third bout here. This one will feature 170 pounds, Ricky Durso, repeat offender. He was part of round number 1, took place on June 15th out in Pittsburgh, where he took on Mike Evans, had the lead on Mike Evans, but Mike Evans doing Mike Evans things, come back with the late win. He'll take on Ronnie Perry, who's going to be a local favorite. Ronnie Perry, assistant coach over at Lock Haven High School. Boy, is he funny and just a beast.
Man, look at these guys go.
He's got Whitetail and Moore in his corner, so you couldn't ask for a better corner right there.
When you got the hometown advantage, it's going to show something.
From Brewell, Pennsylvania, representing the Philadelphia Founders, let's hear it for Rick Durso.
Our first Philly founder joining us tonight, Ricky Durso.
Rick Durso.
Again, second time on the CWA card. We'll talk a little bit later about what the goals are with the CWA, but let's get to the neutral position. There's the handshake by Durso and Perry. Here we go, 170 pounds. Match number 3 of a 6-match card. Snap down there by Perry, looking to climb that ladder on an arm tie was Durso. Perry didn't like it, snapped out of it. Shot attempt there by Durso. Collar tie left side, over collar tie. Nice snap down there by Ronnie Perry. Good reaction, back up to his feet is Durso. Durso, a sales rep by day, and pretty much just travels the world as a sales rep. Medical device, graduate of Franklin and Marshall. Of course, Ronnie, a graduate of Lock Haven University, just down the road. So he gets the beauty of sleeping in his bed at night, not in a hotel. Shot attempt there by Ricky Durso, very nicely blocked off by Perry. Circles up, don't back straight up. You want to circle up and raise that level. Collar over, collar tie. Looking for a pass by was Perry.
Good job from both guys. Actually, okay, and we're driving him out of bounds. Got another shot attempt there from Rick Durso.
And let's talk about that. If you can get your opponent's butt to the out-of-bounds line, you want to push the action right there. And then if you have your tail to the line, you want to circle it back in because the official's going to see that. And that's where the stall calls come into play, right?
Absolutely right. And being out there myself, it's like you want to make sure that the opponent's butt is to the outer bounds because that shows dominance. It shows that you're the one who's making something happen. And both these guys doing a good job hand fighting here.
Rules a little different. I know NC2A, you have to let them back in. A nice reshot there by Durso. May run out of real estate, and indeed they do. Minute 32 gone. We're scoreless here. 170 pounds, Ricky Durso and Ronnie Perry.
Both guys starting in the middle. Hand fighting, holding position, trying to grab something to hold on to. Trying to make something happen. Trying to make something work for them. But both guys are in really good position.
Over collar snap down. They are in good position. Nobody's leaning on each other. Knees are bent. And that's what makes each one of these athletes so good is their positioning. I mean, that's your best defense is a good stance. Stay in position. And if you're on the other side, you want to move your opponent just like Ronnie Perry did right there. He's trying to create a mistake on the side of Durso. And he may not catch it the first time, but he may come back to it again later in the match as we're under 1 minute to go here in the first period, still scoreless.
Those snaps are going to start coming in very later in the match. And so it's a good thing for Rick to stay in position, stay in the middle, to not fight over too much, but they're both doing a great job in the hand fight here.
You know, Rick does a great job because he doesn't spend too much time on the mat anymore with his job, but he just is so adamant about staying in shape. You know, he's up in the morning, gets a workout grind in before he goes to work, and then in the evening hits the gym again. Fortunately, just not able to spend too much time on the mat. Spent a good deal of time working out over at Malvern Prep, one of the most renowned high schools in the country. Underhook with head position for Perry, going to go into a snap down, front head and arm. Short time to go here, just about 10 seconds. He's got that right elbow buried a little bit too low. You can see Durso's got a grip on it. You want to have short alligator arms and have that elbow pointed up so you can cut to the corner. And I think they're just going to let that period expire. Indeed, they will. So we will go to the second period.
We're in the second period. Great job by both guys, staying in good position.
Again, they take a quick wipe down break in between periods, let them get a quick drink, little instruction. Durso, he's like, I don't need to go over and get wiped down. Smiling at the crowd, and that's what we're trying to create, this buzz of excitement and camaraderie and some narratives where these guys start to do a little bit of chit-chatting with one another.
We
and
want
as you smile right
here.
there,
we want a little chirp. We want somebody talking some talk a little bit because then they got to back it up and exciting for the fans. And that's what we want to see out here.
For sure. I want to thank all of you for joining us once again. Tell all your friends. Get them to go join. It's $15. Perry's going to take the choice. He's going to go to the down or neutral position. So his objective is to get a one-point escape where he gets back to his feet or a reversal, which we have not seen yet. And that's when you go from the defensive or down position to the top position. Durso is going to ride on that left ankle. Up to his feet comes Perry trying to work hand control, and he's going to strike first with a one-point escape. That's where he goes from bottom to his feet. So he has the lead, early lead, 1-0.
Those guys holding position very well here in the center.
I have a feeling we're going to start to see some flurries here with some takedowns. Nice little post attempt to a leg attack by Durso. Collar over collar tie. So when we say collar tie, that's whenever you have your opponent's hand on the back of their head or their neck, and then you'll see them snapping down in those armpits. We call those fish hooks. And you want to get your opponent moving, get him circling, get his feet moving, create an angle.
Creating angles. Right now they're in front of each other. Wow, and a great shot from Durso.
It was a nice shot by Durso, but man, the heavy hips and reactive sprawl by Perry. Durso takes another, I would say, an ill-advised shot from his knees. I would not do that against Ronnie Perry. He's lucky he didn't get snapped into another front head position. 1 minute gone here in the second. Riding time not a factor with just 12 seconds for Durso. Wow, he had underhook with head position, but limping out of that was Ronnie, nearly able to get and execute a leg attack. Back to the center of the mat they go. Collar tie on the right side for Durso. 2 grinding foreheads. Right side wrist control for Perry. Takes a peek over at the clock. Sees a minute 40, trying to get Durso moving. Doing a nice job staying on that head. And that is tiring out there. It's so tiring.
Man, it is time under tension. That's what wrestling is.
Yeah.
We're about 90 seconds under.
Another shot attempt to a swing single by Durso. Durso not really, I'm not seeing setups right now. He's kind of just taking leg attacks, but he's showing to be the aggressor here.
Very aggressive. But again, we need setups in order to take down good guys. And I'm thinking Perry right now, he's doing an amazing job pulling on the head, snapping him down. Again, both guys staying in the center here, but looks like Perry's taking a little more space here on the pools. His setup's looking good.
Shot by Durso in on a head inside single. Locked through the crotch is Ronnie Perry. Let's see if Durso can get his knees underneath him and try to pop up and peek out the back door. There he is. He's building his height. See which side he wants to dip. It looks like he's going to want to try to dip off of his right shoulder. He wants to try to break that crotch lock by Ronnie Perry, but I have a feeling we're going to end up in a stalemate because head official Nick Sipes looks bored. But how about this? Here comes Durso coming out the side door. Now, how about this? Just like that, Ronnie Perry in advantage. And this is where we see Durso do the split. Looking for a leg trip on the far side. And he's going to get the 2-point takedown at the edge of the mat.
That is 2.
Build that lead now, 3-0.
Man, well done by both guys. That was an amazing scramble.
22 seconds to go, second period. The lead for the Whitetail in the purple clad. Going to go right to a double thigh pry off the wrist. So you saw him come up off his knees. Here comes Durso very quickly up to his feet. It's crucial here that he gets a 1-point escape. He's trying to use that right foot to kick off. Going to be a stalemate right there. Stalemate, no harm, no foul, just no action. So next one, if he were to drop back down to that ankle, would be hit for a stall call.
That's right.
Durso still cheesing out there. He's having a good time. 10 seconds to go. It's big he gets 1 point here, though. It's going to be a false start. False start on Perry, and you can hear the Lock Haven wrestling team. Some parents over there as well. Again, Coach Moore and Weichel in the corner. Granby attempt there by Durso off the whistle. Blocked off very nicely by Perry. Comes up with the claw on the left side. And that'll take us to the third period. So, you know, Durso in advantage there. Was in on that head inside single, peeking out the back door. But Perry goes into scramble mode. Ends up on his own leg attack. Scores 2 right here in front of our broadcast booth.
Both guys did an amazing job.
I'm going to give a shout out to proud sponsor Cades Margolis. Good look at their logo right there on our screen. Big shout out to our producer Doug and his team. And we're going to get back to action here with the third period. Again, match number 3 of a 6-match card. 3-0. Durso's going to choose the down position. Needs to score quickly here. Remember, the riding clock resets.
Durso's doing a good job getting an escape.
Right there, yep. Escape. Stayed on his knees. Got hand control. Cut into that lead. Now 3-1. Takedown ties it up. Little misdirection shot. Nicely recognized by Perry. Perry does a nice job of just using his head to block shots. And what that tells me is Durso's not creating angles. Shorter distances to the leg. And it's a little easier for Perry. And I think he might have split his eye.
A little bit of blood time here.
Yeah, we're going to have a little bit of blood time. So I believe they'll put, I don't know if we have blood time of 5 minutes. There's a blood clock. Oh, it's your time? Yeah. Well, we're all learning. So blood time is what they'll do is if they do have blood time, they'll run a clock for 5 minutes, and it's just till they get the bleeding to stop. Once it stops, they stop the clock, and you have unlimited time to clean up because we want to keep our athletes safe out there.
Safe and healthy. We don't want anything too crazy out there going on.
Don't forget to give us a follow on our social media channels if you're on Twitter or Instagram, X, at CWA Wrestle. Championship Wrestling Association, if you're a Facebook fan. You can also reach out to me on Twitter at ksmitty184. How about throw out your handle on Twitter?
Nahshon Garrett _, just Nahshon Garrett _. That's on Instagram.
Nice. You don't do the X or Twitter thing?
I don't X or Twitter, but I do know that X and Twitter have some.
Well, yeah, you got a little
very
color.
Interesting things.
Yeah. I think all of social media can be very interesting. You get to see all walks of life. It looks like Perry's all cleaned up, and you can hear his kids over there in his corner.
Lockhaven guys are ready to go.
Guys shake hands after that. Meet back in the middle. 3-1. Here we go. 2:25. Durso down by 2. Trying to clear post that head on, or the hand on the head. Another reshot there by Durso, looking to change direction.
An amazing job.
He's looking for misdirects. You know, you're trying to get Perry going one way, and he comes back the other.
Amazing job, head hands. Nice little sweep attempt there from Durso.
2 minutes to go here in the second. And we're live from Liberty Arena. It looks like we're going to have more meet time.
A little bit of blood time.
Yeah, a little bit more blood time.
There's also some recovery time too.
Sure,
if you use it
sure.
right.
And you could tell. I mean, Durso came out and he started firing more shots. So, you know, they're going to try to get it cleaned up as fast as possible, but because they don't want to give, you know, Ricky that time to get his O2 back.
That's right. And he's starting to get a little bit of fresh air into his lungs. And a little more fresh air means a little bit more power, a little more explosion, a little more speed. A little sharper out there.
We'll say thanks to our UPMC staff here on hand. Keep our athletes out there on the mat. What a great weekend it has been so far, Nahshon. You know, we had the live weigh-in show last night just behind us, and it's really neat here at Liberty Arena. If you're ever in Williamsport, come check it out. It is like Chuck E. Cheese on steroids. You know, we're going to go roll some frames after this. Nahshon and I, or some bowling. I know that Bulsak, I kind of challenged him to some ping pong, but they didn't have any over there, so Bulsak's lucky they don't have that ping pong table. But it looks like we're going to get back to action. You can see that light abrasion on the left eye of Ronnie Perry, probably about the 300th he's had right in that spot on his face. Fierce competitor, extremely physical wrestler. See Durso refreshed once again. He's under 2 minutes, down 2, needs a takedown to tie again. 2-point takedown here at the CWA.
This guy's doing an amazing job. Durso being a little bit offensive.
Perry. You know, but Perry's not backing up. He's holding ground. Nice little fake shot there. Now he's going to look for a snap down now right into a front head and arm, and you can hear the crowd over there for Lockhaven. They want him to use it, and it's such an advantage right here. And sometimes it pains me to see somebody who has a nice front head and arm not take advantage of it, Nahshon.
Man, taking advantage of a front head is extremely important. See not someone take it.
Yeah, even if you're unable to score on it, let your opponent know that you were in a front head and arm.
Let him know.
Head official Nick Sipes got bored, so he called a stalemate. 70 seconds remain in our 170-pound bout. Match number 3 of a 6-match card. Nahshon Garrett.
Here we are.
Sitting to my left.
I am
Smitty.
Good attacks, good attempts.
There it is. Oh, he was almost in on a low single going into a chest locks, Ronnie. And Ronnie's got a good eye on the clock. He's going to stay right here near the edge, looking for a peek out to that left side is Durso. I would probably try to re-engage it again or pop the other side. Durso knows he's just going to try to hold him in right there, wear the clock out. But again, Sipes not happy with the action, so he's going to call a stalemate. 42 ticks to go. It's go time right now, ain't it?
It is go time, and both guys are giving their all. Perry's going to do his job. He's winning right now, so all he has to do is hold position. He's doing an amazing job holding position, but head, hands.
Staying in good position. You're exactly right, keeping that head down. Knees bent. Keep your knees bent. No stall calls to mention. Under 30 to go. Riding time not a factor. There's the first stall call on Perry. The Lockhaven faithful not happy about it. Going to post again. Perry doing a good job circling. Going to circle his tail back center mat. Durso continues to fire shots, getting a little heavier on the head. He's going to post. There's the second stall call. That one will result in 1 point, thus making it 3-2, but too little, too late. Ronnie Perry, Central PA Whitetail, Lockhaven assistant coach, wins 3-2 over Ricky Durso of the Philadelphia Founders. Great match, great action. Look at the... Gives a thumbs up to his boys over there from Lockhaven. We'll take another look at some of the highlights from that 170-pound bout. Boy, that one was actually
170 pounds. These guys were out there moving.
Coach Moore and Coach Weichel. Weichel wrestled the same time I did. Product of Bellefonte High School. Oh, he's taking off his shoes, center mat. That can't be true. It's the first takedown attempt, as you saw Durso coming out the back door, but then he found himself under leg attack, and right there at the edge gets the two. There's Moore in the background, pumped up for that first 2-point takedown. We're going to send it over. We're going to send it over to Donnie Hall, who has our winner.
Rippin' Ron Perry. What a match, my friend. Down it with the do in victory. You got a great crowd in front of you. Talk about your performance.
Yeah, I feel good about it. Dude's a tough competitor. He wrestled hard for the 9 minutes. Fun match, you know, got a good score, and then I don't think I stalled that bad, right, like I said, but, you know, he's good position, tough to score on, so had to bring it home to the end.
You put your shoes on, or you took your shoes off and put them on in the middle of the mat there, signifying the end for your career. Talk about that.
Yeah, I think this was awesome to be able to do this in front of all these guys and everybody here, and for Derek Caldwell, the commissioner, and I hope this thing keeps rolling, and it's been awesome. But I think I'm just going to stick to beating these guys up in practice every day. So,
Ronnie Perry, thank you, brother. Fellas.
Ronnie Perry removes his shoes, signifying the end of what an awesome career. And, man, that you know what? I know Neff's going to be working on him. Our commissioner, Derek Caldwell, will be working on him. So I don't know that he's going to be going anywhere too far. But it sounds like he wants to take some time and beat up on the guys in his own room over there at Locke even, Nahshon.
About 180.
Yeah, let's move right on to 180. This is a match I am really looking forward for. Jake Wentzel, representing Pittsburgh Skywalkers and the University of Pittsburgh, where he was. He's going to take on Chad Walsh. Wrestler out of Ryder. Comes Jake,
guys out,
rocking out his gold and black singlet, signifying Pittsburgh, the Skywalkers. What a cool logo that is on the back of their jerseys, too.
These guys are color-coded, man.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's got the Asics on. He's ready to go.
Yep, Wentzel
Chad
looks
Walsh.
good. These guys, you know, they're if you're told not to do it, both of them do it. So expect some high-flying, high-scoring in this one. It's going to be a good one. Here we go at 180 pounds. Jake Wentzel, Chad Walsh. Handshake, reset the clock to 3 minutes, and here we go.
Good position.
Both guys
here.
like to stay up top. Also fierce on leg attacks. Underhook with head position for Wentzel. Now he's going to change it off to a seatbelt, and this is where the frequent flyer miles can sometimes be handed out. He's going to try to stick to that underhook rather. Look like Walsh. Now we got some over-unders. Looking, somebody's going to go flying right here. I'm telling you. 30 seconds into our 180-pound bout. Again, Nick Sipes, our head official, 18-year vet out of Kerwinsville.
Both guys doing a really good job staying in the hand fight, pushing underhooks, trying to get their positions.
Wentzel doing a nice job staying low. Walsh has a little bit of a height advantage, maybe a bit of reach as well.
Good push, good pull, good hand fight, good on the head.
Staying in good position.
Staying in a good position. These guys are all over the mat here, too.
But stay in center mat.
Yeah, they're
all over the map, but stay in center mat. And as we say that, Wentzel needs to circle his tail back in. Looking to clear out and then go into a front head and arm. Is Walsh looking for an inside trip, nicely stepped out of by Wentzel. Wentzel now looking to climb the arm. He's going to go into a leg attack, almost some sort of a short drag out of that Russian tie. He's got the seatbelt across the left side. Now Walsh wants to go hip to hip. It's a battle of height right here. Walsh trying to throw that hip in and power in with that whizzer hook. Under 90 to go, and we're going to have a stalemate. As Walsh looked bored, he looked up like, you can call stalemate now.
Yeah, these guys know their positions. They know exactly what's going to happen if they're stopped. Again, nice little pull on the head. Both guys doing a good job. Snapping.
Oh, and a beautiful little slide by. No two, though. No two. He's looking for the Merkle, and then trying to Granby all the way out of it is Wentzel, and this was that funkiness that we were talking about. No points awarded just yet. He's got the inside leg laced. Wentzel looks like he was trying to fight for that Peterson position earlier. 1 minute to go here in the first period. Wentzel looking for the stalemate. Now he's going to come up for the crossface is Walsh, and if he can show control, now he's going to block the head with his right knee, and this is how creative these two get right here. Now Wentzel is going to try to pop up, come all the way through. Now Walsh back pressure and in, going to look for the head, and now about this, Wentzel comes up in position. He's got the body lock, going to try to stip the leg in. Right here, 35 to go, edge of the mat. Oh, the anticipation. I can't take it anymore, and I know you all can at home, man. And he called it a stalemate. Nick, we got to talk about that one later. That was good.
Oh, man, what a great position both guys were in. That was fun to watch.
Oh, it was. And that's what makes these two so beautiful, their ability to scramble. And you know what? They're comfortable in those positions.
Yes,
and that's just training. That's mat time. Putting yourself in those poor positions and maybe looking for a head and arm right up front.
Too high production.
Training, mat time, and awareness. Both the guys have been in these positions before. This is the first time they've been here before.
Short time to go here. Wentzel did have a body lock around, but no points scored. So we'll go to the second. Scoreless here at 180 pounds, but no shortage of action, just no points.
Oh, man, you know that stuff is going to happen at some point in time, so that's watching.
Indeed it is. We'll take that brief 30-second intermission in between. Good shot of Ty Nauman repping Jake Wentzel's corner. Ty Nauman, a wrestler at Pitt. Boy, was he an animal on top. He was a little bit older than you, Nahshon, but man, he was so tough on top with those tilts.
Yes. He was is he at Tennessee?
Not sure where he's at right now. Maybe we can look that up later. We'll Google it later.
Yeah, we'll Google it. Yeah, that's what Google's for.
In between frames when I'm whooping your tail over there in that bowling alley. I can't wait.
Right.
Folks, again, come check this place out. There's so much to do here. Arena is absolutely gorgeous with all kinds of fun things to do, and they even have those adult pops next door too. Walsh is going to go down to start the second period, trying to throw in the leg lace. Looking for a broomstick trip is Wentzel. He's going to pop up on top, and this is where he's tough on top. He's really solid at keeping his hips up on top. Walsh comes back up to his feet, and he's looking to do a knee block. You can see he's using his toe as a hand. He's got the side headlock, and, you know, in a little bit of danger. Walsh has, I'll tell you what, Jake needs to watch himself because you can, your defensive fall right there, and you don't want that.
You don't want that. Both guys doing an amazing job. And, again, on top, this is a
He's got the cradle locked up with the boot in on the right side. Let's see if he tries to creep that right leg out. He's got the far cradle locked up. Walsh doing a nice job. He just posts up, gets into that tripod position. It's kind of like putting the outriggers down on your backhoe when you're going to do some digging. He just kind of widens everything. And with Wentzel having that leg, and he's not really able to get any kind of leverage. But that, I just don't understand why he tried to Granby out of a cradle position. Chad, we're going to have to talk about that after the match. You don't Granby when somebody has a cradle on you. And now Nick Sipes holding on to a 5 count, which will be how many near fall out there? That's right, 3 near fall. A 5 count will get you 3 near fall.
3 near fall, man. And he is
I think
working.
Wentzel just took a peek over at us and was smiling. Want to say hey, hello. I know Marky K and all the family is tuned in. The Wentzel family tuned in with us here this evening, all the way out there in Pittsburgh.
And a 5 count is worth 3 back points.
So we got a scramble situation here, and, you know, very wisely done. Wentzel gives up the 2-point reversal, the first reversal we've seen of the evening, and then he gives Wentzel the 1-point takedown, and he was looking to get right into that near cradle. Wentzel was able to get his head out, stepped into that body lock, but we're at 4-2 as the two will go out of bounds with 1 minute and 9 seconds, the lead in favor of the Skywalker in the black and gold clad.
Both these guys so comfortable in their positions. We got the hands fighting, head pulling,
maybe
little pressure,
low leg single there on the left side by Walsh. Right to the crotch lock goes Jake Wentzel under a minute to go. And a little bit of, you know, Walsh is in good position. If he can get that right arm, and he's going to get 2 and maybe more right here, Wentzel needs to mind his P's and Q's. He's locked around the waist. He's trying to roll all the way through, but if Walsh can break that lock, and look at Wentzel, man, what a display of strength. He's going to come all the way around here and then try to build his height. Walsh trying to battle back the other way, so it's just leverage and will against leverage and will. 20 seconds to go as Walsh takes a peek up at the clock. Now Walsh has the advantage of height, but wrapped underneath is that leg. And he's going to try to scoot it out here and get the 2. And there it is, the 2-point equalizer. Short time to go, and you got to love end of the period and edge of the mat scoring, Nahshon. That's where the best do it.
That's not a score at the end of the period. Got to find a way to do it.
So we're going to head to the third, 4-4, and there will be riding time added to the end. So Wentzel will take a 5-4 lead to the third. We knew there was going to be some flurries, and indeed there was a flurry. Walsh going to head over to his corner. They saw him and his lady friend that he traveled with. I think her name was Katie. I believe it was Katie. They were in the golf simulators earlier. How cool was that?
Golf balls. Okay.
Yeah, we had sub sandwiches over there for everybody behind the scenes in golf simulators. So they were over there playing around. I don't know, maybe at Pebble. That's where I'd play.
Maybe not like a good golf simulator. Get your game right.
You golf?
I want to get into it. I haven't got to it yet, but I would like to get into it.
Let's do it.
I feel like I could.
Yeah, anybody. Yeah, you can. I mean, you don't have to be good. You can do it. I'm not good, but I love to do it. Donnie Hall's really good. He can teach you.
Okay, I hear that.
We're going to get back to action here. Walsh going to choose the bottom position. He is down 5-4. Fresh 3 minutes up on the clock. Right side cover for Wentzel. He's going to get hit for a caution. He's not on the belly button. You get 2 of those before the third caution. Still right side cover. Comes Walsh up to his feet, trying to throw in that boot on the right side is Wentzel. And here comes that lat reach. This is where Walsh can be dangerous. He's going to be able to. Nice mat return by Wentzel, looking for the power half. You can see he's using it as like a lever. There, that right arm dug into the back of Walsh's head. Let's see if Walsh goes for a hard swim and can knock the hips off. He's looking for it right there. Now he's going to roll all the way through, try to catch Wentzel in an uncomfortable situation. But I don't know that Jake Wentzel could ever be in an uncomfortable situation. But he does give up the 2-point reversal right there because his hips fell off the top. Wise move.
And Walsh doing an amazing job. He's up now 6 points because of those 2 reversals. And it's important to be able to wrestle on that bottom. Keep on wrestling.
We have a leaky faucet out there. Looks like Wentzel sprung a leak in one of those nostrils. So UPMC training staff will head out, tend to that.
Plenty blood on the
stuff. So let's talk a little bit about the future of the CWA. What are we doing? So we're showcasing in all 6 of our big markets right now. We had our first one out in Pittsburgh. Nahshon, you were a round 1 winner of the first match with an exciting 19-15 win over Mickey Philippi. Had that one. Now we're in our next market, the Central Pennsylvania Whitetails. We're in the middle of PA. We are in hillbilly country up here. The leaves are beautiful. The river's right there. I love it. The next one, not sure of the exact date, but I know it's going to be in February. We're going to host that one in Lehigh Valley. Not sure of the exact date or location. This is the one that pumps me up, though. The round 4 is going to be in Philadelphia, and the goal is to have it on the Wednesday night before the start of the NC2A wrestling tournament, which is in Philly. So how wild is that going to be? We're back to action here, 2:20 and counting down. Wentzel now down 6-5. Riding time clock working its way back to 0. Jake was able to build some time. Walsh back underneath the arms. Wentzel needs to build a base. Can't parterre down there. Got to come up to our knees. Nice tight waist. You can tell where that reach is nice for Walsh. He's going to double thigh pry. Now he's going to change off to the claw from the right side. Thigh pry on the left. Here comes Wentzel up to his feet, exploding up. He's going to try to Gazzoni out. Watch, this is where he gets funky. I don't even know how to call that. I don't know what it was, but he was looking for a reverse leg attack. Now he's ahead. He's got his head on the inside. He's trying to come all the way out. He's got a side headlock, does Walsh. Wentzel's trying to circle so he can get his head all the way out. Walsh still in control, and you can tell because head official Nick Sipes has the green band pointing out. He's saying still control. Hooking on.
Man,
the old Lou Gazzoni, yep,
man.
Washington High. Hawk knew what it was. Shout out Todd Hawk, our public address announcer, my roommate, teammate, and dear friend. Handling our PA calls here this evening. 1:18 after that stalemate. Nice job by Walsh. I mean, it looked like Wentzel was coming out, but he hung on to that side headlock.
Man, he knows his positions very well, and he's very comfortable in that position. Again, both these guys are experienced. They know what they're doing.
Chad Walsh, a 2-time All-American for Ryder, one of 2 student athletes from Ryder for that feat. Jake Wentzel, a national runner-up. Gets to the Granby roll, doing a nice job staying on his base. Right side thigh pry by Walsh. Riding time could become a factor here in about 5 seconds. Good forward pressure by Walsh. You saw Wentzel trying to reach back up for the head, but Walsh was so square behind him. Usually you want to get that head and go left or right, but Walsh stayed so directly behind him he wasn't able to cut to a corner. 40 seconds to go. tying up wrists underneath. Got the 2-on-1, maybe to look for a little bit of tilt action. At this point, stay busy. Passive aggressive.
Got to be staying busy. And again, on bottom, you gotta. There's a little bit of time here. You got time to do something.
Watch. Oh, he's going to do something. It's got to be coming. He's trying to build his base up. Walsh doing a good job of making sure he stays down there on his belly. With 2 matches to go after this, don't forget 220 pounds and 300. The big boys come out.
Woo. These are the big boys.
That is big. Short time, just about 5 seconds. Chad Walsh looking to be our match 4 winner here from round 2 of the Championship Wrestling Association. Throw that riding time point up, and he wins 7-5. That golf simulator workout before the match.
Very, very well for this guy here.
Great match. A lot of potential for some high-flying action right there, but both wrestlers, nice job staying in position. Take another look at some of that action here from 180 pounds. A lot of scrambling right here, you know. I mean, you just can't teach this stuff, right, Nahshon?
Man, you just got to be in it. You got to live in it. You got to breathe in it. And again, nice little roll here.
That's, you know, it was just so ill-advised. Wow. Don't ever Granby when somebody's got a cradle on you. And those were the first points for the match. Where Wentzel went up 3-0.
Nice little counts here. Again, both guys
just double funking each other, right?
Double funking and executing extremely well. Right to that.
Walsh got the reversal. I believe that was in the second period. He gave Wentzel the 1, and he's going to get the next reversal, and this is going to be the one that gives him the lead out on that riding time. And he is our winner, and he is with our man, Donnie Hall. Right now, D, take it over.
Chad, great performance, my friend. You started off, he caught you in a little cradle there early in the match, but you fought through it and found a way to get your hand raised. Talk about your performance.
Yeah, it's definitely tough. I feel like I didn't do much scouting, but everyone told me not to shoot a low single. A lot of times I'll try to dive in, and if I did that, I know he's trouble there. So after I got turned, I just had to keep wrestling. You know, I've been in that situation before, and I just think for any of these college guys that are here, you just got to keep wrestling no matter if you give up back points or not. You got to keep trying to get that reversal, keep trying to get that 1 point, keep wrestling through the whole period. So I think that second period, I really had to hustle to get the 2 to tie it. He got the 1 point for riding time, so that made it even going in the third period. So it's a good fight. You know, it was like third period. That's a lot of heart. I know both of us worked hard to be ready for this, but he's a tough kid, and it's just a good battle.
No doubt, no doubt. I mean, you talk about that third period. You got to your position, and you closed it out. Just talk about the 9-minute match and being prepared for it.
Yeah, I just, you know, you think that you're kind of ready and in shape, and then it hits you halfway through even the first period, let alone the next 2, that you're like, I got a lot more wrestling to do, but you just got to kind of have that fight. It was a 50-50 the whole match, so it feels good to come out on top. Today's my 30th birthday, so to be able to put it on the line, and obviously you don't want to lose any match, but today would have been like, oh man, it would have sucked going into my 30s, it would have lost. But I just want to give Jake a lot of credit. That was a good battle. I know he's friends with a couple of the friends that I am with, and they seem to like him a lot, so I don't really know him, but it's a good freaking fight, and thank you guys for having me.
You're the man. Congratulations, Chad Walsh. Stay tuned for our next match at 220 pounds on the CWA Showcase Round 2 live on Rockfin.
Think about your dream right now and envision it, that dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible. As we run toward it, as we work on it day in and day out, what you will realize is that you have greatness within you. What you'll realize is that you're more powerful than you can ever begin to imagine.
Alongside Nahshon Garrett, I am Smitty. We're ready for 220 pounds. Greg Bulsak. How about that? Back-to-back South Park High School graduates, Jake Wentzel and Greg Bulsak, went to Clarion and took it on to Rutgers. Right now they're introducing Central PA Whitetail, Gavin Hoffman, also coaching at Lockhaven, representing Ohio State University.
You got the coaches coming out to represent. They're out here showing out for the fans and showing out again for their athletes, too.
Gavin Hoffman, I believe that's his father in the corner. Bulsak, just a specimen of a human being. It was funny the other night when we had him on our podcast. The commissioner, Derek Caldwell, says, dude, your abs have abs.
Dude is
so he is. He reminds me of what my boy to my right looked like back in his college days. Here we go, 220 pounds, match number 5 of a 6-card match. I want to thank all of you from the bottom of our heart. This is something we've been working so hard for, and it's here, and we certainly appreciate your support. We need you out there spreading the word, the great word about the CWA, and there goes Bulsak right into that head inside single, going to bring it all the way up. See what looks to change off. Way to mule kick out of that by Gavin Hoffman, not giving up the 2-point takedown. 30 seconds in here to the first period, dropping right back down as Bulsak. That one sniffed out by Hoffman, able to sprawl react that right leg back. Needs to get his feet moving a little bit here. Heavy collar tie on the right side, clears out of it. Back to that collar tie goes Bulsak. Now he's going to drop in on a head inside single. Now he's going to come up to the seatbelt position. Let's see if he continues to cut the corner.
Guy's doing a really good job. This is a front position. Wow, he's doing a good job trying to circle behind, get it. Oh, and then
a lot of horsepower happening right there, pal.
A lot of power, a lot of strength.
Half shot attempt there by Bulsak near the edge. Gavin needs to circle that tail back in. Underhook position on the right side for Bulsak. He's got head position. Making things look good right here. Shoot Gavin off, and Gavin, his goal is to try to circle his tail back in. Head official Nick Slipes blows it dead with 1:44. Again, 9-minute matches here in the CWA. We're neutral, we're scoreless.
A whole lot of match there, 9-minute matches.
Back-to-back Pittsburgh Skywalkers in Wentzel and Bulsak, and again, also both South Park High School graduates.
These guys are doing a really good job holding center, holding position. Not a whole lot of feet movement,
no lateral movement. That's what I'm not seeing.
Lateral movement there.
Yeah,
they're doing a good job getting their position.
Right out of the underhook into a high crotch position. Needs to change off a little bit quicker. He's in nice and deep, but trying to cut the corner with a crotch lift is Gavin Hoffman. And Gavin just wrestles so poised with composure, doesn't panic. That was a really deep leg attack by Greg, unable to finish cleanly. Now perhaps with a little bit of advantage is Hoffman. If he could throw this boot in near the edge, and his staff, his wrestlers want it too, and they're letting Mr. Sipes know.
Doing an amazing job.
They are not happy with the no-2 call right there. I didn't see control.
Ref called his call.
Yeah, I like the call. I agree. But, hey, they're going to defend their guy out there. You know, look at it like this as an official. Only 50% of the crowd is going to love you. The other 50 are going to hate you. Shot attempt there by Hoffman, and scooting the corner as Bulsak comes up on top with the long leg laced in. Now he's going to go double boots. Try to get Hoffman stretched out here with 35 seconds to go. But I'll tell you, Hoffman's staying in good position. He's trying to mine out those feet because Bulsak's a bit high right now. And if he can windmill himself out of here, look, he's going to pick himself out, at least come out and get the 1-point escape with short time. If you can't get the 2, but look at Bulsak showing off his flexibility. Able to clear that leg, and there is the 1-point escape. Cuts the lead in half, now 2-1. Bulsak looking to try to cut the corner out of that 2-on-1 arm tie. Good action here at 220 pounds. Gives me hope that I can move that fast. I might be a little bit heavy. I have to cut a few pounds to get down to 220.
We believe in you, and you can do it.
I can.
That's the end of the first period.
Did you hear that, honey? Nahshon said I can do it, so now I'm going to start training. She'll be like, did you tell him about your gout problem? That's what she'll say. We'll take that intermission at 30 seconds.
That's the rich man's disease.
It is the rich man's disease. I like to eat a lot of meat, pal.
Hey, man, I love
I
love a little meat.
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
great crowd on hand here this evening. I would say definitely a bigger crowd than we had out in Pittsburgh. So, again, back to what the plan is we're going to hit all 6 of the markets. As I said, we'll have Lehigh Valley coming up in February, Philly in March. There's the coin toss. And then we have to hit New York City for the response. And then, of course, the Founders down in, the New Jersey Mob out in New Jersey. And then what we'll do is we'll create a draft where we draft the 10-weight classes and have a dual meet season. Runs just like high school and college would. Exciting stuff. 2-1, the lead for Greg Bulsak. Gavin Hoffman chooses the down position to begin the second. Not much action as the first move, but he did stay in good position, looking for a leg elevator. Great job by Bulsak, floating, staying back there in the saddle. 2 will go out of bounds. Just 11 seconds gone here in the second.
He's doing a really good job trying to get that leg lift on bottom.
Yeah, he likes that elevator.
A little elevator situation. Again, we're down on bottom here. 2-1.
Gavin set, left side cover for Greg. I just don't like when you maintain a base, but don't take your head down to the mat.
Yeah.
I feel like you put yourself at a disadvantage. Looking for the switch. Now he's going to hit that leg elevator again. Almost caught Bulsak the second time with it. Now he's got the long booted on the right side, but his hips are going off.
You live by it and you die by it, but these are good positions that these guys are wrestling in. And again, these guys know how to wrestle these positions. Got double boots in.
Yeah, I mean, these are big guys throwing the boots in there, and if you're a leg rider at this weight, you can really be effective with them. You can wear and tear on your opponent. Gavin Hoffman doing a nice job. He's trying to shin shuck that right side out. Looks like a head and arm lock underneath for Bulsak. Now he's got Hoffman stretched out. This is where he's got to go to work. He's going to try to get those outside knees up off of the mat, hip pressure down. You can see his chest is high, so that's where it's pushing his tail, his midsection down, and all kind of pressure on the lower back. Gavin Hoffman going to get hit for stalling. Minute 45 to go, middle frame.
Good job keeping him flat. You got to learn to shift his weight to one side. That's what you got to do. Clear those legs up. Shift the weight to one side.
Nick Sipes calls a stalemate. Get a fresh start with a minute 37.
Tough ride here. Man, if you're on bottom, man, being out there on bottom, it's a different beast.
It is.
It really is a different beast.
And it makes that first move that much more important. You've got to explode. Bulsak looking to throw in the boot. Now he's going to swim out, and that time he did catch him. Gets the equalizer there with the 1-point escape, does the Whitetail. We're 2-2 with 1-2-2 left in the second period.
Both guys did a really good job.
Staying in good position. Collar over, collar tie. Gavin breaks free. Greg re-engages.
Bulsak doing an amazing job. Just get into his position.
He wants that underhook with head position. Nice limp arm there by Hoffman.
And Hoffman's got some stuff, man. He's been looking for some stuff.
He's sneaky.
He is sneaky.
He is very sneaky. Shot, reshot there by each one. Under a minute to go here in the second period. We're locked at 2.
Both guys got a good feel for each other at this point in time.
For sure. There is history between the two, so they are familiar with one another. Collar over collar for Hoffman.
A little hand fight here. A little pressure.
I'd like to see a little bit more lateral movement from Hoffman, using those fish hooks and those thumb blocks. Get Craig moving. Nice stutter step there. Now he's going to drop down in that head outside single, see if he can finish here near the edge. Take the lead to the third period, trying to capture that far hip, get a spin, and there is the 2-point takedown, and the lead makes it 4-2. Short time to go right here in front of our broadcast booth. Under 10 to go.
That was a great execution. Very simple, single leg, and straight finish.
Yeah. Do the common thing uncommonly well.
Uncommonly well.
It's do the common thing uncommonly well. Do the basics. The little details are what lead these guys to the level of success that they have enjoyed in their careers. And certainly, we've given them that platform. Not all these guys are that wild about international wrestling, the freestyle, the Greco-Roman style, and that's okay. And, thank God that Kamish Caldwell came up with the platform for folk style gone pro. And here we are, round 2. Live from Williamsport inside Liberty Arena. Beautiful downtown Williamsport. I think I was here when I was 9. Is this your first time you've ever been to Williamsport?
This is actually. I was wondering what the name of it. I was getting confused with another city in Pennsylvania. It was Wilkes-Barre.
Wilkes-Barre, yes. That's a little bit more up in the northeast corner. So Gavin Hoffman going to give him the 1-point escape, making it 6-2. You can elect to do that. Wants to try to get back to work on his feet. Final period, 3 minutes.
And we got another 3 minutes to go, and these guys still look pretty good. Sure. They're in shape. They're ready to go. Nice little sweep.
And there it is, Gavin Hoffman. Now he's going to change to a head outside. Good hip pressure in there by Bulsak. Trying to fight with that whizzer. He's going to rubber knee, try to cut the corner on the far side. He busts Hoffman over to his hip. Now he's got him in near cradle position. He's going to try to step through with a leg turk, and there is the 2-point takedown. Good poise, good composure by Greg Bulsak. Right now, if you're Hoffman, you need to let go of those legs, kick forward, try to get your base back up underneath the 8-2 riding time clock, working its way towards 1 minute. Again, you can score a riding time point in each one of the 3 periods here in the CWA. They reset the clock each period.
And both guys did a really good job. Man, Bulsak staying on top. He's riding tough with those legs, man. Double boots in.
Yeah, he's tough. I mean, I can't imagine how much horsepower comes out of his midsection. And the downward pressure, and for Hoffman showing the strength to not go down all the time. I mean, he popped right back up off of his belly there. Fortunately, he's back down on his belly. This is where Bulsak, you can see he's trying to turn one of the hips and post the shoulder over, looking for that back exposure. Again, how do we get near folk? You have to break the 45-degree plane with your opponent's back. 2, 3, or 4 count is 2 points. A 5 count is 3. Under 90 to go. 8-2 the lead. Riding time has just hit 1 minute.
And both guys did an amazing job.
Gavin Hoffman trying to mine out that left leg of Bulsak. Bulsak doing a good job trying to use that right toe. Now he's going to pull the leg all the way out, looking to go high head and turn is Hoffman. Bulsak trying to get back in the saddle, staying underneath the arms, looking for that thigh pry on the right side. Going to sneak that left boot in, high side on the left. 60 seconds.
Hoffman he's just fighting, man. He's just fighting out there. He's trying to find something. Trying to get out of these boots here, but this is a lot of strength, and I would not want to be out there.
No.
On that mat.
I wouldn't want you out there at 130 pounds
Please,
either.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
That would hurt.
That would be very painful.
Nice job by Hoffman to get back to his base. He's got the legs. He's going to try to explode up and now he's going to go right back to that elevator, and I think Bulsak knows that it's coming. And this is where he catches you. He comes back to it. He kind of, lulls you in. And then he comes back to it. Nice job by Bulsak. Drop that shoulder, looking in the air, driving, keeping that left hip down on the mat. You want to be good on top. Control your opponent's hips. That's how you're good on top. Under 20 to go. Riding time is a lock, and looking to win match 5 of 6 here at the CWA is Greg Bulsak of the Pittsburgh Skywalkers. Once upon a time, declaring Golden Eagle, then went out to wrestle at Rutgers. And there you have it. Greg Bulsak wants the crowd to get up with that 9-2 win. He's going to show the abs have abs and all that good stuff. Now you can raise my hand. There we go. Get another look. There's the flex.
Bro is ripped.
He is so jacked, dude. Ran a marathon last year, too. 26.2 miles. We get another look at some of the good action. There's Hoffman and his old man. How awesome would that be to have another opportunity to coach your kid after your college career? Good scoot right here by Bulsak. Comes up on top, scores a 2-point takedown. He drops right in on that head inside single, bangs the head out. Nice clean finish here right at the edge near the end of the period. Captures that far hip and control. Another 2.
Good job.
Gonna win this one. Yeah, that was methodical. It was damn near surgical, and wants to get the crowd pumped up. And we're gonna send it over to Donnie so Donnie can get the crowd pumped up.
My man, Greg, congratulations. What a great performance. You got on top, got to your signature stuff, and imposed your will. Talk about your performance.
Yeah, I felt good out there. I mean, I trained too hard as shit, for absolutely no reason every day. So when I got the call to come compete here, I couldn't pass it up. And on the mat out here, I mean, I feel great. 3 minutes is a long ass time, but I got to where I wanted to be. I was pulling on his head a lot. He got to a couple of his positions. He's good. He had a good game plan for legs, but ultimately ended up getting the W, so pumped about it.
With such a dominant performance in your debut match here at the CWA, will we see you again?
I'm not taking the shoes off. I'll come compete anytime. Like I said, I trained too hard for no reason, so might as well give myself a reason.
Love that. Thank you, Greg. Yeah. Fellas.
Nice job, D. Hall. Nice job, Greg Bulsak, your winner at 220. Now let's get it up to the big guys. 300 pounds. Going to have our second repeat offender from round number 1. That'll be Demetrius Thomas representing the Pittsburgh Skywalkers. They call him Mitch. And boy, what an exciting overtime win he had over Jordan Wood out of the Philadelphia. I believe he was out of the Philadelphia Founders. He'll enter first, assistant coach at Brown. He's going to take on Sam Schuyler. He's representing a New York City response. And, you know, these two have history as well, so I think it's all fitting that this was called round 2. You know, I think Sam's going to come out here, and he's going to look for a little bit of revenge against Mitch, so I'm looking for a good one here as well. Our 6th and final match of the evening. Again, I want to thank all of you out there for joining us.
These are big guys. They can move, man.
They sure can. Indeed. We saw, just Mitch and how good Mitch and Wood moved the first time they wrestled back on June 15th in Murraysville.
Both guys holding center.
Still nice crowd here on hand at the Liberty Arena. Everybody hanging out, sticking around. A lot of times everybody always abandons the heavyweights. I feel bad for the heavyweights sometimes.
Too.
Like nobody's ever there.
That's why they're taking. We need a therapy specifically for the heavyweights.
The heavyweights, yeah. Lots of food and therapy. And looking to go chin and arm is Schuyler. Nice job by Mitch. He immediately got on that chin hand and peeled it out because he recognized the danger there to engage in ear-to-ear collar tie.
Not a whole lot of offense, but these guys are putting a lot of pressure on each other. A lot of push, a lot of pull. And again, when you're 285 pounds, that's a lot
to move.
That's a lot to move.
Indeed. Sam Schuyler representing them. Bimington coaching staff here. Also has named himself the team captain for the New York City Response. So he's already been talking to a lot of other future CWA wrestlers trying to build his team, but he wants that C on his chest.
Getting that C on that chest.
You know what? Nice, if nobody's named the captain, name yourself captain. Be the leader. I love it.
Go out there and lead. That's what you got to do.
About halfway through the first period, we're scoreless here. 300 pounds shot fake there by Mitch. Comes in heavy with that right hand on the collar tie. Schuyler, same thing, right side collar tie. Now he's going to create a little distance. He's trying to get his forehead right into his temple. You don't want to stay ear to ear too much out there. Not a lot of offensive output opportunity. But if you can get your forehead right into that temple, now you've created a little bit of space. Drop that level, leg attacks. Heavy snap down on the left side by Mitch. Notable to say that Mitch and Bulsak hosted a clinic earlier today. From 3 to 5, just on the other side of the apron over there. Excuse me, the curtain, not the apron. I guess it could be an apron, curtain, whatever it is.
I'll take apron, a large apron.
Yeah, they had a nice full mat of a lot of youths that came in for that 2-hour clinic. A lot of them are still on hand here.
Guys are doing a really good job. Again, and the heavyweights, it's you got to pick and choose your spots here.
For sure. Yeah, you don't want to go underneath, but wow, we'll go underneath there on that beautiful swing single. Was able to bring it all the way up, but great. Dug in with that wizard and instantly got that toe back down on the mat, did Mitch. Didn't really allow Schuyler to get a true good grip on that leg. Looking for a leg attack there was Mitch's. Short time remaining here in the first period, 300 pounds. We'll have 6 minutes to go. It's been an awesome night, but it went so fast. I'm already starting to get a little bit sad, but don't worry. We're going to have our next one coming up in February. A little bit more runway time. We're going to build that card, and that one's going to be hosted in the Allentown area where the Hellbenders, my man to my left, represents them Hellbenders. You do look good in green. It brings the brown out in your eyes, I'm telling you.
It does, and I do look good in a little bit of green. I never had a green single before, but I tell you, I look good in that green.
It's a nice green.
It is.
There are some ugly greens, but it was a nice green, and certainly looking forward to that event. Again, it's in February. It'll be in the Lehigh Valley. We're not exactly sure of the date or the location, but you pay attention to all of our social channels and our website, CWAWrestle.com. CWAWrestle.com.
A nice start here.
Mitch chooses
good job.
Defensive or down position. Beautiful post. You saw he had his hips down, legs bent. He posted it in hip pocket, cuts away for the 1-point escape. Just 8 seconds of ride time accrued there for Schuyler. New York City Response. 20 seconds gone in the middle frame. Snap down there by Mitch. Now looking for that underhook. Then a reshot here by Schuyler. Doing a nice job cutting the corner. Let's see if he can bring it all the way up. No, he's going to duck his head all the way underneath. See which way he wants to dip off. He's going to dip off left side. Mitch trying to tie up those back shoelaces. Nice job getting Schuyler flattened out. Let's see if Schuyler can push back, and he's going to save the energy because he's going to come back to that leg attack.
That was an amazing sequence.
It was fast.
A sweep leg, and wow, for a heavyweight.
Took his head back inside, trying to peek out the back door. Good response there by Mitch. But I bet you Schuyler, he saw it. He's going to come back to it again.
And on those, you got to finish that. You want to make sure that you're finishing well, quick and fast, and not give into the scramble too much. You don't know what people can do there. So guys are good in that position.
It's amazing how wrestling, the evolution of wrestling, the development of before it was so black and white, cut and clean. Set up, leg attack finish. But the world of scrambling right now. I mean, and there's so many wrestlers to blame. I mean, you look at Askren and Rutherford's and Nolf, and here's Mitch in on a double leg, and he's got it locked up high, but great defensive response there by Sammy. Now he's in on that low leg again, and he quit driving. He's got his head on the inside. Mitch is going to lock around the chest. Now he's going to change off, try to bump over. He's inside out on that left ankle, and he's going to go to work on the elbow and try to tear the grip. Minute 20 to go. Mitch up 1-0. Nice job by Sammy. He's staying locked on there like a snapping turtle, boy. There's Mitch trying to cut all the way around the corner, and he's going to capture that far hip and get the 2-point takedown on Sammy. And Sammy, he was in on that leg. He just needed to circle out a little bit, try to think finish quicker. Good execution on the leg attack. Just needs to improve the finish.
That's absolutely right. And Thomas did an amazing job with his defense, counter offense, defense, and then attacking.
Yep.
Doing an amazing job.
He's well-rounded, well-versed, and offense, defense. Now he's going to go to work on top, trying to dig out a bar. Just about 40 seconds to go here in the second period. Have our post-match show coming up after, so don't go anywhere, including a word with the commish, the CWA commish, Derek Caldwell. I'm sure he'll be able to share some dates and times, more accurate dates and times. I just told you it's going to be in February and where it's going to be, but I'm sure he knows the dates. Don't forget, you can go get your CWA swag, T-shirts, and hats. We were rocking them last night during the weigh-in show. You go to CWAWrestle.com, or if you're listening, I know some people are tuned in here. They have it just outside in the hallway. Mrs. Caldwell and Peyton Caldwell, Derek's daughter, selling our swag. I think I'm going to buy all 6 shirts, representing all 6 of the teams. I have just the CWA shirt, but I want to get all 6 with the logos on them because they are sweet logos, cool colors. Schuyler down here to start the third. He's down 3-0. No time to panic. Needs to get that 1-point escape quick, though. Give himself time to get back on those leg attacks here in the third.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, as we end the second period, excuse me. There's the end of the second period. Guys are going to chat it up here a little bit in the middle. See, that's something you don't really see when you were back competing in high school and college. You weren't really, I mean, you might have been chatting, but we weren't smiling and chatting at the same time.
Smiling and chatting.
Yeah, right.
These guys get a chance. You know, it's not too serious. Their whole lives aren't on this. They're adult human beings, and we're out here having a good time, having fun. And this is an opportunity. It's an amazing opportunity, a great opportunity for them to share their skills again.
Indeed.
With the world.
And you know, and we're so grateful to have athletes like you that, you know, you were at Cornell, you were a national champion, 4-time All-American?
4-time All-American.
4-time All-American, national champion, and you're giving back to the sport by coming and helping us build this CWA. So nucks to you on that, my friend. But we're not done yet. We have another period to go. Schuyler is down. I was just fast-forwarding to what was going to happen earlier, the inevitable. Right side cover, and I think he's going to get Sammy. He does. A little quick on the whistle, but again, you know, you're trying to beat the whistle. You get 2 of those. Third one will cost you a point. Right side cover. Trying to come up to his feet. Great knee sliding. You want to become a good knee slider. Watch Sammy Schuyler, who comes right into our scoreboard monitor here at the head table. Still has that smile on his face. He's ready to go. He's just got to get one and get back in on those leg attacks. I believe we have his mother sitting front row directly across from us, if I had to guess. She's saying mom things, but she knows she's saying the right thing, but she's the one that I see the most engaged in this match. A lot of parents making the trip in, and it's how awesome it is for the parents to see all you back out there on the mat.
Oh, man, to see their child again,
Yeah.
a lot of the energy, time, and effort that they put into making sure that they got these skills. They want to make sure that they get the most out of it here. Even in their later years.
Yeah, and you know, you think when you see your kid his last match in college, that's it. You know, unless you're going to go on to international. Nice job here by Schuyler. Good. Man, I'll tell you what, Mitch is just tough on top. Tough on the mat returns. You know, you'd think sometimes when Sammy comes up, he's just going to give him the 1 point. Not Mitch. He's looking for that mat return. 30 seconds gone. Schuyler, ill-advised, reaches back on that leg of Mitch. Needs to maybe get himself a restart, but maybe catch Mitch going to sleep here at the edge of the mat. But I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if Mitch takes naps at the edge. No, Mrs. Thomas unable to make it down. She's a volleyball coach at the University of Brown. So we want to say hello to Mrs. Brown. Got to enjoy breakfast this morning with Mitch. Also with Jake Wentzel, who was repping the corner for his former teammate at Pitt, Demetrius Thomas. Also, who else was there? Durso was there. That was my second breakfast. I was down there at 6. I sniffed it out early. I went down at 6, and then I went back down about 9:30, and those guys were having their breakfast. I was on my second. Then, of course, I had to take a third up.
There you go.
Put it in the bed next to me, take a little nap again, eat again.
You have to do that, and especially if it's a continental breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
You got to make sure
eggs,
you get yours.
sausage, all kind of goodies in there. Potatoes, maybe not bacon tomorrow. I'm a big bacon guy. Minute 45 to go, 3-0. Schuyler's got to get the one right here. Now, Mitch needs to improve his position as well, kind of hugging on the hips. He's got that tight waist buried from the right side, though, and he's got those toes dug in. Good forward pressure. Make your opponent carry all of your weight. See if Sammy can build his base up here, under 90 to go.
Excellent pressure.
Schuyler, New York City response. Pittsburgh Skywalkers for Mitch. Again, Mitch, his second time representing the Pittsburgh Skywalkers. An exciting overtime win over Jordan Wood back in Pittsburgh in June. You want to watch a great match? I saw things that I didn't know human beings, let alone guys who weigh 275 pounds, do. Cue that one up. You go to our X or Twitter page at CWA Wrestle. Sammy staying strong on a base. Left side thigh pry there for Mitch. Mitch just, kind of floating around the backside. Now here comes Schuyler. He's going to cut away for the one-point escape. He's got 40 seconds to go. And maybe a little cat and mouse going on here by Schuyler. See if he was just trying to lure Mitch in. He's got half a minute to go. See if he gets back on that low leg attack, but it's important. He's got to finish fast. Has to finish fast. Can't stay underneath. He's looking for that duck to the left side. Nice reaction there. Back in on that high crotch. Nice response there. Looking for a sucker drag.
Gosh.
Oh, he sucker drags him. No 2 yet, though. He's got the body lock. Nice job by Mitch to step out of it. Schuyler can't believe it.
Wow.
What a great display of athleticism right there by both of these guys. I got to give the clap on that one. 3-1. Demetrius Thomas, Mitch, your winner. And boy, was that exciting.
Demetrius Thomas, 3-1 over
There's the guy. He is 2-0. That's Skywalker. 2-0.
Beat my teammate Jordan Wood last time.
Yes.
In overtime.
Man, what a match that was. I mean, I'm telling you. He instantly said, he goes, I can take a look at the replays right here as he gets a big swig of water. We'll have a word with him in just a second. There's the two-time winner. There's team captain of New York City response. Here's where he strikes first. Nice little defensive score right there. We're going to send it over to Donnie where he has Mitch. Go ahead, D.
Man, Mitch, congratulations. What a great performance. You're now 2-0 here in the CWA. Talk about round 2, my friend.
That was grind, man. Again, it was a grind. Sam was a good opponent. At first, he was really good about keeping his head in. And as you saw how good of an opponent he was, it was just getting out of one takedown and grit. So shout out to him for that. And pat on my back for myself for getting it out.
Love that, love that. As we go forward, I see a big Pittsburgh Skywalker on your chest. You ready for round 3, my friend?
Always ready to compete. Always ready. Always ready.
Love that, love that. All right, stay tuned as we wrap up CWA Showcase Round 2 live right here on Rockfin. I'll have the commish next.
Welcome to the Liberty Arena, the ultimate venue for all your event needs. Whether you're planning a sports tournament, a community gathering, or a corporate event, we've got you covered. One of our standout features is our expansive turfed area, featuring over 35,000 square feet of open floor space that can be utilized for a wide variety of activities and events, and is designed to be easy on both vendors and consumers' backs and feet, making even the longest trade show days a breeze. So why settle for ordinary when you can elevate your event experience to extraordinary at the Liberty Arena? Contact us today and let us help you create unforgettable moments.
All right, I am here with the commissioner, Mr. Derek Caldwell. What a great night of wrestling. 6 high-level matches. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I think these guys came out, and again, in round 2, we saw more of the same. Obviously, awesome to see our first pin in the CWA. I mean, that thing was freaking tight, for sure. But, you know, all 12 of these guys, you know, getting a taste of what the CWA is like. And I think that the returning vets had game plans, and they came out and executed. You know, obviously kind of stinks to see Ronnie Perry put the shoes on the middle of the mat. But at the same time, I think overall it was a great performance.
No doubt, no doubt. And what does the future look like for us here in the CWA?
Yeah, man. So obviously we've done 2 different cards. We've gone to 2 different markets, right? So what we're going to do next is we're heading out to the Lehigh Valley in February. That's the plan, is to be out there. And then the big one is the night before NCAAs. We're going to be in Philadelphia in Founders territory. So guys, we have a lot coming to you. We're really excited for it. Be sure that you tune in. And we're going to keep churning more stuff out for you. The more fans that show up, the bigger we can make this thing.
Absolutely. DC, anything else for us, my friend?
No, buddy. Just keep supporting it, everybody. Really, everyone that's come out, it's been great to see everybody out here at the first 2 showcases. Keep supporting it. Tell a friend if you loved it on Rockfin. Tell your friends to subscribe to us on Rockfin. You know, that's what it's going to come down to, Donnie, is just everybody helping to grow this thing together.
No doubt. We need you guys out there to support this. We can put as much work in it as possible, but we need you guys to watch it, support us, and what a great night of wrestling it was. Fellas?
Thanks so much, Donnie, man. What a great night of wrestling. Round 2 of the Championship Wrestling Association. That is a wrap. We're into our post-match show. Nahshon Garrett, Kris Smith here. Big thanks to Commissioner Derek Caldwell, of course, D. Hall, for doing all those mat side interviews. Your thoughts on tonight's performances?
Man, it was an amazing and exciting. It's so nice to be on the other side watching this thing play out. And so being on both sides, I see a little bit more perspective. I transcended the duality of this side and that side. And so seeing both sides, it's a beautiful thing.
A little bit more relaxing from this side, right?
A little bit more relaxing. Yeah. I'm not breathing as hard.
Yeah, a lot of fun. And we just want to thank all of you for joining us. We want to say thanks to Barbarian Apparel. You want that apparel? Okay, we have 6 different teams rocking 6 different shirts and hats. CWAWrestle.com. Go get your swag. Also, a big shout out to Defense Soap. And of course, the folks here with the Liberty Group, Liberty Arena, the neighbored Scores next door. I mean, we've had nothing less than red carpet rolled out for us. Our production team, big shout out to Doug and his crew. Head official Nick Sipes over there being critiqued right now. I don't know. He might have a mob of Lock Haven wrestlers waiting for him out there. But I'll tell you what, let's put a bow on this one. It has been such a pleasure working with you. Until the next time in February, we'll be live from Lehigh Valley. Nahshon and Kris Smith signing off from the Championship Wrestling Association. Folk style going pro. Till next time, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Bye-bye.